just a murderous animal, this thing. This fish may look inactive now, but once it's revived a bit, there's a danger it could slice me at any moment. I actually don't want to let it go too soon, even though there's a risk to me if I stay in the water, too long beside it. But what I don't want is for this fish to swim into the powerful water and then just not be able to hold itself upright. It will just roll belly up and probably get sort of battered on some of these rocks here. So I want it to be completely recovered before it goes. I want it to be able to swim off, keeping itself vertical, unaided.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tea.
Ah.
Tea.
Oh, yes.
No.
No. No. Muito grande. We're having a little bit of a discussion here because Fred thought that we were going to take it back to the village for everyone to eat. And I must admit, that is quite a nice idea. He tells me this fish has been given to us by God.
Mm-hmm.
He said even for the féticheur who gave me the charm, who told me I'd have success in the fishing, send him a piece of the meat. It's not just our village; it's the people over the river who've been helping. It would make everybody happy. But it wouldn't, it wouldn't make me. Well, it would in one way, but it would make me more happy to put this back. It's going to upset him as well if he sees this swim away. I'm trying to explain the important thing for me is to see it and not to kill it. I think it's very, it's very important that animals that we find frightening in appearance, that we try and understand them. We don't just hack them to pieces and kill them and then look at the dead body. I mean, I want to look at this thing alive and then see it swim off. If the fish dies because it has really, exhausted itself fighting against me and in that very wild rocky water, if the fish dies, fine, we'll take it back for everyone to eat. If it doesn't, if it recovers, if it can support itself, I'm going to let it go. So we now just wait and see. Looking now at some of the marks on its head, I think it must have bashed itself on the rocks while fighting with me. It's possible that it might die, but all I want to do is give it the best chance possible. To me, the mbenga ranks as one of the most difficult fish I have ever caught. But I don't think it deserves its reputation as an indiscriminate killer. Each attack involves splashes or bright, shiny objects in the water, which, to a Goliath tigerfish, resembles its normal food, other fish, and it responds in the only way that it knows. After an hour, the decision is taken from me as I feel the life slipping away from this monster. It's not going to make it. So, the good thing is, although the fish has died, it won't be going to waste. To the people of the Congo, the mbenga is much more than just a fish. It is a spirit that pervades their folklore. Yet many people here, I now realise, have never seen this monster in the flesh. I begin to suspect that for Fred, returning this fish would have meant much more than just losing a meal. Bringing this fish out of the shadows into the light of day has been a monumental task. It's easy to tell myself now that my success was down to my persistence. But I still wonder how much was down to factors outside my control or understanding. No, les petits. Oh. Ah. Okay. Oh. Security. it's never good when a fish dies, but when when it gets that kind of reaction, when you bring it in, that's a big meal for lots of people. That's about 200 and odd people in this village. I think they're all going to have a piece of that. A lot of these people actually as well, they won't have seen a fish like that, or certainly not a good sized one. They've heard about it. It is a legend, but they don't see them very often. So, if a fish has to die, or if a fish does die, at least, a reaction like that is some sort of compensation. It's not the ending that I wanted, but it is fitting in a way.